What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the one and only Jodeci Dion, bringing you a GameTrek short. I went to my local GameStop today and picked up my copy of a Final Fantasy Intergrade or Remake Intergrade for the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't have a video of me, going there because I kind of just spur a moment type thing. They weren't sure they're gonna have enough copies, and luckily they had one extra, so I got it. But today's GameTrek is more just a commentary on the current state of Nintendo when it comes to third-party games and why purchasing this game matters. The main thing we got going on right now is finally, after maybe since the GameCube era, there's now true parity amongst the consoles when it comes to Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. There's going to be games across the board. There are going to be similar games across the board, and the quality of them are going to be within reach, within specs. Some slightly better due to their power, some slightly not as crisp or, fully functional, but overall still good quality game. And that what we have right now with the Nintendo Switch 2. The games is getting, they're now releasing on it, and games that are coming out, they're going to be day one, across the board. If it comes out on PS5 and Xbox One, it's going to be on Nintendo Switch 2. And that means a lot, especially if you're someone who wants to be in my word, a true Nintendo fan, aka a Nintendo fanboy. And what I mean by that is, when you look at the consoles, overall, each console has a small percentage, honestly, of people who only buy that console, and that's the only console they own and the only console they game on. And so all the content they buy for it is going to be on that console only. The first party games, the third party games, etc., etc. But the rest of the people, they're fad gamers, they're fad purchasers. You know what I'm saying? They'll buy one game, they'll buy one console for a couple of games they want to play, and vice versa. Play it for a little while, trade it in to GameStop, rinse and repeat. You see that a lot happens with, the consoles in general. But if you're a Nintendo fan and you've been wanting to play certain games for a couple of generations now, you've missed out on a lot of games that I know you want to play because Nintendo wasn't getting those games. And if they were getting them, the quality overall was nowhere near what it should have been because the third-party developers weren't putting the effort to make a great port. And so now, thanks to the Switch 2's power and capabilities, it's easy to get these games running on it, and they're playing, in some cases, sometimes even slightly better than the version released on the other consoles. And so this parity is very important for the future of Nintendo, especially here in the West, because, the Western gamers, they look for any reason not to purchase things. And so if you say, hey, buy a Switch 2, they hit you with, well, no, why? They don't get the certain games I want to get. They don't get the certain games I want to buy. And the games they do get are nowhere near as good versions of those games. Now, with games like this and the upcoming Resident Evil game, that's going to change the narrative. And in the big picture, it's just going to make things a lot better for Nintendo in general, especially when it comes to, like I said, the narrative, the agenda against it and its hardware. Now all we need is for the gamers out there who said they want these experiences, who said they want these mainstream, big time games, to go out there and spend their money. I know this game is a key card game, and that may, have some kind of negative impact on some people want to buy it. But then at the same time, you're downloading it on PS5 and Xbox too. So what's really the big deal? So if you want to play the new Final Fantasy on a Nintendo Switch, on a Nintendo console, here's your opportunity to do it. And if we buy it in big numbers and shows that it really is an audience for this type of game on the Nintendo Switch 2 console, then Square Enix, all the other companies that make these RPGs, make all these big bunch of games, they're going to see, hey, look, there's money over there to be made. Let's make sure we get that game out there day one so that we can make that money. Because that's all they care about in the end. I mean, think about it. The Xbox as a console, and we're going now a couple of generations now, has been a failure for most third parties, especially Japanese third parties. But they're still putting content on it because every sale counts. Every sale matters. So if you're a Nintendo fan, go out there, buy these games, support these games, let them know that you want these games on your device that you play, and we can make that change finally happen for real. Because when we do, if there ever comes a day when the Nintendo console gets every game that every third party game that everyone else gets, and you have still your Nintendo first party library, it's game over. So let's make that happen. This your boy, the one and only Jodeci Dion for GameTrek's Shorts. I'll see you next time. Peace.